Add Astro. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule. Next on the...
Stabilize!
Access denied. We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
Solidify!
No touching. There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then. No touching. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda. Access denied.
कौन है? हेलो
next on the agenda?
Stabilize!
Let the show begin.
Solidify!
Think you can bully me?
Stabilize!
Add Astro. Thank you for comp.
There's a strong I guess I'll host an expedition at the Adventurers Guild.
हाँ भाई कुश्ती
क्या चल रहा है?
आज उठ के भागने चला गया था मैं सुबह ही।
ओह,
5-5.5 किलोमीटर भाग के आ गया।
सही है।
क्लास थी आज?
नहीं, आज नहीं थी। क्रायो।
Stabilize!
Let's light it up! Everybody stand!
Top of the floor! Retribution! Ha! 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 Burn! Ha! 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 Yeah! Yeah!
Let's light it up!
Burning dish! Ha! Ha! Ha!
ओ भाई, आज मेरा राइट वाला हैंड पता नहीं क्यों थोड़ा बहुत दर्द कर रहा है।
कल तो सो गया था क्या?
शायद।
Stabilize.
Feel the burn.
Go in!
Time for retribution. Burning disc.
ओ भाई
Time for retribution.
माधुर भैया पूछ लेना दाल बिना लहसुन प्याज की बनेगी क्या? क्या गुरुवार? और बल्लू
Great work! Let's light it up!
बल्लू
Solidify. Time for retribution.
Let's light it up!
Solidify. Burning disc.
One, two, breathe.
Solidify.
Everybody stand back!
Time for retribution.
हेलो बल्लू ओ
Stabilize. Burn. Solidify! Ha! Ha!
बाय बल्लू बाय। ओ भाई
Solidify!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh?
Burn! Ha! Ha! Yes! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Burn it, this! Ha! Ha! Solidify! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Stabilize! Retribution!
क्या चल रहा है भाई क्रिस्पी?
कुछ नहीं, डोमेन फार्मिंग।
अरे मैं पूछ रहा था कि तेरे रिलेटिव नहीं रहते हैं यहाँ पे बाराबंकी?
नहीं, वो लखनऊ में।
ओके, तो दीदी वहाँ क्या मतलब यहाँ रहती है वहाँ रहती है?
अभी अभी है।
यार सारा स्क्रीन देखो, डिस्कॉर्ड की आवाज आती है।
Nice.
भाई तुम्हारे यहाँ पे
Adventure time!
काउंटिंग स्टार्ट हो गई भाई?
पता नहीं, मैं देखा नहीं।
Burn! Ha! 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 Solidify! Ha! Ha! Yeah! 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 Ha! Yeah! Stabilize! Retribution! Ha! Ha! Ha!
ये तो लीड कर रहे भाई अभी तो।
चांसेस तो लग रहा है उसमें।
एग्जिट पोल बीजेपी बता रहा है, देखते क्या होता है।
Wheel of life.
Freedom.
Hello there. So, you must be the renowned traveler.
Hey, don't forget about the equally renowned Paimon!
Okay,
Of course. Well, it just so happens that our tavern, Angel's Share, is hosting a Bartender's Academy week. I'm hoping the event might interest you. Basically, you'll have full access to all of our ingredients to mix cocktails or any other drink you please. As long as you refrain from being wasteful, you can enjoy unlimited refills for the drinks you create.
Unlimited refills!
Also, you'll be rewarded handsomely if the guests are happy with your drinks.
What? There's even rewards? Where do we sign up?
It's called an academy, but attendance is certainly not mandatory. And you don't have to make your decision right away. You're more than welcome to give it a try first. So, what do you think? Will you give the academy a try? Great, then please come on in. First, Charles will walk you through some basic techniques.
Hey, I know you two. So what can I get for you today?
Hey, Charles! Actually, we came to be bartenders today!
Bartenders? Oh, so Luca roped you two in, did he? He's got quite a knack for that. You're certainly talented at handling difficult tasks. There's no doubt about that. But mixing cocktails is a whole different game. It's delicate work and requires a certain amount of finesse. Everything from the ratios of your ingredients to your mixing techniques could affect the final product.
Don't worry, she's a fantastic cook! Cooking and cocktail making have a lot in common, you know.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Oh, and one more thing. In a previous event, we had a student who arbitrarily mixed 3 kinds of hard liquor. Just one glass was enough to leave a customer passed out on the floor. So in light of that incident, we decided to no longer provide alcoholic ingredients to beginners. I hope you'll understand. Great. That just about covers all I have to say. You'll learn all the skills and techniques you need on the fly. You're a quick
पिलाओ
learner.
पिलाओ दारू
This tastes
पिलाओ.
pretty good.
Paimon agrees. This is amazing.
That was just practice, though. On the job, customers often will have special requests for their drinks. Some may enjoy a stiffer drink, while others might prefer something more sour. Everyone has their own preferences. Adjusting the amounts of the ingredients is always the key.
Paimon would like a caramel pine cone, extra sweet, in the biggest glass you have, please and thank you.
Well, that's about all there is to it. But to become a truly exceptional bartender, in addition to mixing skills, you'll also need to master conversing with your customers. All right, in that case, you two can take this counter. If you have questions or need any help, just give me a holler.
Whew, class dismissed. Wait, where's Paimon's caramel pine cone?
कि क्या दारू पिएंगे पूछ.
Oh, it's Master Diluc. What brings you here? Do you have nothing to do today?
Me? Nothing to do? Don't count on it. I heard you two were working as bartenders, so I thought I'd drop by to see how you're coming along.
Wow, you really do catch wind of things quickly.
So, tell me, how do you like being a bartender?
Yeah, it's still a little too early to tell. We haven't been at it for very long.
Just tell me your initial feelings. Excited, confused, anything. How does it feel to be a bartender? I see.
Hey, didn't you want to ask Paimon too? Paimon's initial feeling is, drinks taste good.
Good. I'm happy for you. Now, could you make me a Gray Valley sunset then? I'll leave the size up to you. Great. Take your time.
This doesn't look like the drink they ordered. Just give this one to Paimon and try making another.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
It's all about the ingredients. If the fruit are fresh and juicy, then the drink will naturally be sweet and tasty without adding anything extra.
Sounds like I should thank the soil of Mondstadt. It just so happens that Grey Valley Sunset is the first drink I ever mixed. I was still quite young. My father laid out several ingredients and told me to experiment with them. No requirements and no instruction. In hindsight, he probably just wanted to test my creativity. In the end, I just made a glass of fruit punch. Much like this one.
Oh? But why fruit punch?
My father was equally surprised. I didn't really put much thought into it. I just figured that it would taste sweet. Looking back on it, I was so young and naive. Oh? I never thought about it, I suppose. My father didn't say a word at the time, but thank you. By the way, there's something I'd like to give you. But I suppose it's better to wait until you have more experience with your bartender job. I have no doubt that you'll do very well.
And Paimon will, be rooting for you.
Very well. Then, I look forward to seeing your good work. See you around.
Come back soon when you have a minute.
Well, well, this is a surprise. I didn't expect to see you two behind the counter today. In that case, I'd like a death afternoon.
Leave it to Kaya to make things difficult right from the start.
Come now. I just wanted to see how she'd react. I admit I didn't expect to see you here today, Sister Rosaria. With so many demanding customers that frequent the tavern, I only thought I'd help the traveler gain some experience.
There he goes with that smooth talk again.
Don't get me wrong, I was only trying to be helpful. If anything, you should be thanking me. Now, how about we start with something simple, like a moonlit alley, for instance. Oh, and make it a large, please.
I'll leave my drink up to you. Just make it a tea of some kind and not too big.
Please, take your time. Waiting in anticipation is half the fun.
Cocoa paste into coffee and make caffeine to stick into a dark melon. Get a tea of some kind and not too big. क्या हो गया?
भूख लग रही है भाई। देख रहा हूँ क्या मंगवाया जाए। यार ही बोलना।
What is it, Rosaria? You don't like the drink?
No, the drink you made me is fine. It's just that I rarely ever drink tea. The taste always reminds me
हेलो
of
बता रहा था बेटी
certain
ये
things.
परसों ककाशी होगा। ककाशी नाम का एक बंदा बीटी की स्ट्रीम पे आता, तुमने देखा होगा।
मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया तो।
और ये दीप द डॉन करके है ना, इसका टर्नेप चैनल है कुछ। अब टर्नेप में शायद खुद का वीकी होता है, कुछ होता है, मेरे को नहीं पता क्या होगा। तो ये पतराली बैठ के, पतराली क्या है जो नेहा जो असली बंदी है।
कौन बंदी?
अरे वो पतराली नहीं है बुक्की। उसका असली नाम तो नेहा है, पतराली तो दूसरा अकाउंट है ना। तो वो नेहा बैठी होगी वहीं टर्नेप पे, तो खेलते खेलते गालियां दे रही होगी। ये काशी बैठा था, वो ये भूल गई कि वीसी म्यूट नहीं है। तो भाई उसके बाद बीटी की स्ट्रीम पे जैसी आया ककाशी, मैं जा रही हूँ, ये आ गया, मैं जा रही हूँ, मैं नहीं रहूंगी। बोले कुछ बोलना मत, कुछ बोलना मत। बोलते मैं तो कुछ बोला ही नहीं, कुछ बोलना मत, कुछ बोलना मत।
तो गालियां किसको दे रही है?
अरे खेलते खेलते क्या है, रैंडम खेलती है या तो ये ट्रायल खेलती है। वो तो क्या है, वो आदत होती है ना कई लड़कियों की गाली देने की। तो बीटी और एक्सकेलेबर फिर वो तो तभी ये वीसी ऑन नहीं करती, क्योंकि करेगी तो लगा चिढ़ गई थी।
क्या ही है,
पक्का यही बात होगी। वीसी ऑन होगा तो आदत होगी, दे देती होगी गालियां।
Presume you're referring to the church?
Yes. The church once held an event that I couldn't attend, but Sister Barbara still saved some tea and dessert for me. The dessert had already gone stale, so she whisked it away when I wasn't looking. But the tea tasted just like this drink you made me.
Starbucks कॉफी दे रहा मेरे को, बोल रहा है कि भाई मेरे यहाँ से मंगवा ले।
तो तुम्हारे वो जो 100 तुमको मिली थी कॉफी वो खत्म?
क्या वो मंथ मिला था ना, तो ओवरनाइट डेली क्लेम करना। एक ही ड्रिंक कर सकते थे और 30 दिन की थी, तो बेसिकली 30 ड्रिंक दी थी उन्होंने फ्री। इस बार भी अप्लाई करना था, मैंने किया था जनवरी महीने में, 4000 का खर्चा करना था। तो गाड़ी आया था तो हो गया था 4000। तो पता नहीं मैंने भेजा
Sounds to me like Mondstadt's just gained another black tea lover.
वो तो सब चोमा ने पी मारी भाई। वो क्या करता था, मैं बोल रहा था तो चाची यहाँ से लौटते में हर रोज एक एक ड्रिंक ले जाते थे उसको। मेरे तो घर के पास में है साहब। पैदल तो क्या, पैदल थोड़ा दूर पड़ेगा, फिर 2 किलोमीटर, 2 किलोमीटर भी नहीं होगा, 1 किलोमीटर, 2.5 किलोमीटर होगा यहाँ से। लेकिन मैं जाता नहीं।
I prefer something a little stiffer.
जो माने सब पी मारी।
That depends. If I point out a few flaws, will you make me another one? I'm just kidding. I'd never subject you to such treatment.
Gosh, Kaya sure is a tough nut to crack. You never know what he'll say next. How can you stand to drink
तो
with this
सॉन्ग
guy,
वगैरह कहीं
Rosaria?
मिलता क्या?
I don't really care what's going through his mind as long as we only talk about drinks. Besides, Kaya's only interested in people or things that intrigue him. Whether it's you, the innkeeper here, or anybody else.
Hey,
सॉन्ग दे दो।
how could you divulge so much about your dear old drinking buddy?
बताओ भोपाल में ब्रेड की दुकानें नहीं है भाई साहब।
किस चीज के नहीं है?
ब्रेड की दुकान है भाई।
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
मतलब है पर फ्री पे कोई फ्रेंच ब्रेड नहीं बेच रहा भाई।
You think I'm saying too much?
अगर स्टारबक्स से मंगवाऊंगा तो
Get over
350
yourself.
रुपए
It's no
की
big deal.
छोटी सी ब्रेड।
I'm constantly surrounded by uptight folks day to day. I prefer the easygoing atmosphere in the tavern.
Oh, are we
कल
gossiping
तो भाई
about
बेटी
people
का
who take themselves too
इंटरनेट का
seriously?
इतना इशू हुआ।
कल?
क्या हो रही थी, पिंग स्पाइक हो रही थी। और मतलब 4-5 सेकंड के लिए इंटरनेट चला जा रहा है।
ओह, तो उसकी स्ट्रीम फिर कैसे चल रही थी?
स्ट्रीम उसने वो शेड्यूल करके रखी थी पहले से, तो शेड्यूल करने से ये रहता है कि वो वापस रिज्यूम होती जाती है स्ट्रीम,
मतलब बंद नहीं होती है?
हाँ बंद नहीं होती थी।
ओके।
तो बेटी जो भी एस्मा खेल रहा था, तो भाई एस्मा खेलते खेलते बंदे को मारने गया, पिंक हुई और बेटी घुस गया टावर में, मर गया। 4-5 बार हुआ, बोलते मैं बंद कर रहा हूँ, मैं जा रहा हूँ।
क्या ही है, ईटी का तो अलग ही चलता रहता है।
बंद कर दिया उसने, मैंने बोला तू आ जा डिस्कॉर्ड पे बैठ, कोई था नहीं तो हम और बेटी बात करते रहे 2:30 बजे तक।
मेरा आज क्लास थी नहीं, मैं सोचा था थोड़ा देर रुकूंगा, लेकिन वो वही है ना, नींद लग गई, तो फिर मैं सो गया था।
तो और भी नहीं था भाई, कल तो कल का एक्सकेलिबर नहीं था भाई, सोमा का एग्जाम था, तो शायद होगा, कोई और नहीं था।
Speaking of which, I know someone.
रशिया का तो रात में जाना ही रहता है, शायद उसका रात में होता है ना?
क्या?
वही उसका ऑफिस
नहीं, अब उसका दिन में कर लिया ना उसने।
अच्छा, दिन में कर लिया।
हाँ, मतलब जो रात का है, मतलब उसको पेमेंट रात वाले ही मिलता है, पेमेंट और अलाउंसेस सब रात वाले हैं। तो उसका काम का टाइमिंग बदल गया है।
As to their level of seriousness, well, let me put it this way. They probably wouldn't even flinch if I said that to their face.
Are there really rankings for people like that?
Of course. Just off the top of my head, there's a running list for the most consistent drinkers, hardest workers, worst cooks, or even biggest hoarders of dark secrets.
Sounds to Paimon like Mondstadters have way too much time on their hands.
Mama.
Are there really that many people who don't need to work?
What about Paimon? Is there a category?
Why, of course. How about best bartenders?
Really? That's great! Our names will be remembered together forever!
Well, I must admit, the atmosphere you bring isn't half bad.
You can say that again. Just looking at these two brings a smile to my face. Good bartenders create a nice atmosphere and get people in a good mood. You know, like a mascot. So I guess there's really no contest for the title of best bartenders.
Huh?
Nothing. Thanks for your hospitality.
Yeah, I should be going too. By the way, that black tea tasted great. I'll try to make some for myself in the future. If I can manage to get up early enough in the morning, that is.
Basil, tomato and mozzarella cheese sandwich. ठीक? बहुत बड़ा नहीं है साइज में। 270 रुपए का।
क्या देते हैं क्रिस में ऐसा?
कुछ नहीं भाई, ब्रेड रहती है बीच में, टमाटर और मोज़रेला चीज, भाई मैं बना दे रहा भाई 30 रुपए में।
वही ना, उसमें आधे ज्यादा तो उसके रहते हैं ना, कंपनी के।
भाई 270 भाई, मतलब तुम कॉर्पोरेट्स को भी लूट रहे हो समझ में आता है, बट ऐसे कौन लूटता है भाई। 235 रुपए के चिली चीज टोस्ट। मारो
यहाँ पता नहीं कितने बन जाएंगे उतना।
यहाँ पे भी सागर गरे है, मतलब यहीं की भोपाल की लोकल है। एक बंदा पहले साइकिल सूप बेचता था, तो उसी ने डाली। तो बेसिकली उसमें क्या है कि कॉम्बो मील्स देता है वो, जैसे पनीर बटर मसाला के साथ 3 नान दे देगा, तो 120-130 रुपए की आएगी भाई। इतना चलता है, मतलब करोड़ों का टर्नओवर, लाखों भी नहीं, करोड़ों। और पूरे भोपाल में कम से कम 10-15 ब्रांच खुल रखी है। उसके सैंडविच बर्गर भाई क्या लगते हैं। तो अपने भाई का क्रेडिट कार्ड डाल लो स्विगी में, उससे बोलता हूँ भाई आपसे पूरा पेमेंट भी करेगा, वही बोलेगा।
सही है।
तेरे को क्या खुद बनाना पड़ेगा या मंगवाएगा कहीं से?
क्या चीज?
नाश्ता वास्ता है आज बन रहा है घर पे?
आज बन रहा है।
फिर कल तो तू इस टाइम पे ऑर्डर कर रहा था जहाँ तक मुझे याद है।
कल कोई नहीं था ना। इसलिए ये मेरे को ये क्यों दिखा रहा है? इवेंट सीन में था। सही है। लुका मेरे को उसमें दिखाया था कि मेरा टेलीपोर्ट वे पॉइंट ओपन हो गया है। टेलीपोर्ट वे पॉइंट किधर से ओपन हो गया समझ नहीं आ रहा मुझे।
ये ड्रिंक वाले इवेंट में?
हाँ जैसे मैं अंदर गया तो लिखा टेलीपोर्ट वे पॉइंट। तो ये वाला है। पता नहीं जो भी होगा देखेंगे। मास्टरलेस स्टार गिफ्टर ला ये भी यूज करें भाई। कितनी विशेष मेरी हो चुकी हैं। कोकोमी ना मिल जाए यार।
गुजिया गुजिया आना स्टार्ट होगी भाई।
This road. If you ever... Healthy body, healthy mind.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Coffee.
We're way behind schedule.
There was definitely something sorry that you had to see that. Since Watatsumi Island, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way I could probably deal with her in battle. Really? Though, to be honest, this is something that's all so... as soon as I've worked through this, let's go First things first, though. I see. If I can get the better of you, good plan. Let's see. Where should we start? Now that you mention it, I was with my subordinates at the time. We ran into a merchant. I think we can give it a try. I heard all the Outlander... There was definitely something... Sorry that you had to... Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never been... I could probably... You're right. I've heard Her Excellency say the same thing before. In any battle, you need to think... Really? Well, it's a relief to hear that. In that case, I still have some business to take care of with the Yaoi Publishing House. They run a monthly magazine called That's Life, which has an advice column. Readers write in about their problems, and I'm responsible for responding to them. I'm not quite sure why they chose me, but it's my job now, and I can't give it up just like that. Yaoi Miko just handed me the latest batch of readers' letters. Let's find a place to write the replies, then pack them up and send them back to Yaoi Publishing. This place looks nice and quiet. Why don't we write the replies here? The sooner I get them finished and handed back to the publisher, the sooner we can go do something else. I just hope I don't have another run-in with, you-know-who at the Yaoi Publishing House later. Anyway, the writing could take me some time. The questions I receive are often so strange that I have to think long and hard about how to best answer them. Great. Let's write the replies together. I'm actually interested to hear your perspective. Let me see here. Let's start with this one. Today, a new guy came to our village. He was good-looking and had a lovely voice. When I peeked at him from behind the door, I felt my cheeks getting hotter, and my heart started beating faster and faster. See, I can tell right away that this is exactly the kind of question I'm no good at dealing with. The letter seems to be from a young lady, which is not a demographic where I can offer much expertise. What's your take? I don't know what it's like to be in love, but if you say so, I think it makes sense. I'll reply like this then. It's likely that the feelings you're experiencing right now won't occur many times in your life. I urge you to summon the courage to seize this opportunity and see where it takes you, no matter where that may be. What? Really? But that's how it is in battle, too. Opportunities to seize victory are fleeting. When they arise, you have to capitalize on them right away. I imagine it's the same in love. That's my suggestion, anyway. Come on. Let's read the next letter. My neighbor is always borrowing money from me, but never seems to be able to pay me back on time. I have tried subtly raising the issue in conversation several times, but he always finds a way to dodge my questions. He was kind to me when I was young. I don't want to make things ugly, but the money issue bothers me a lot. Please help me. If this is a dispute between neighbors, it must be settled as soon as possible. It's like when conflict arises between generals in the army. The proper policy is to resolve it without delay. The most important thing in military regulations is fairness. It is only right to pay back a debt. I want to suggest that the writer demands their money back in no uncertain terms. Do you think that makes sense? That makes sense too. Giving the neighbor an ultimatum would likely harm the relationship between them. But the letter also makes it clear that no matter how many hints the writer gives him, the neighbor won't return the money. In that case, how about we reply like this? Why not ask to borrow some money from your neighbor? Any sum he agrees to lend you can be used to offset the amount he owes. Even if he refuses to lend to you, at least by asking to borrow from him, you are sending him the message that your own financial position is far from optimal, and he will be unlikely to ask you for money again in the near future. I don't know, but it's worth a try. The most important thing is to muster the courage to resist and not give the other person the impression that you're someone they can take advantage of. And we're done with that letter. The next one seems longer. Let me see. Hello, I was born on Narukami Island and now I'm a soldier in the Resistance. So, this is from one of my troops? Most likely, but I'm not sure who. Before passing any reader's letters on to me, Yai Publishing House has their staff copy each one by hand and redact all names in the process. So I can't be sure who exactly this is. Anyway, let's keep reading. I couldn't turn a blind eye to the Vision Hunt decree, and my anger drove me to join the Resistance. My comrades and I have fought side by side, and I have formed deep friendships with them. Since we achieved our goal and the war came to an end, I have remained on Watatsumi Island. But this is not my hometown, and I often find myself dreaming of the cherry blossoms falling on Narukami Island. I now don't know whether to stay here or return home. The Resistance has treated me well, and I've long been disillusioned by the shogunate. But my hometown tugs constantly at my heartstrings. How should I reply to him? Let me think about it. To be blunt, I obviously don't want any soldiers under my command to leave. But if making them stay causes them pain, how are my actions any different from the Vision Hunt decree? I suppose I'll reply... Narukami Island has changed. You should go back and visit. That should do it. I'll be okay. Come on, let's finish the rest of the letters. Thanks to you, writing the responses went very smoothly this time. Let's go and deliver them to the Yai Publishing House, shall we?
We're way behind schedule.
Ah, great. That's all the replies for this round accounted for. Thank you for all your hard work, Mr. Goro. Think nothing of it. I agreed to help, so it's only right that I do the best I can. Could I trouble you to come back to Watatsumi Island with me? I want to find that soldier. Not to persuade them to stay, I don't want them to leave without saying goodbye. Kazuha once told me that the bonds between people whose paths have crossed can never be broken, even after they part ways. But maybe I'm scared he might be wrong. People can change quickly, and I worry that the next time I meet my comrade, who fought so bravely alongside me, there will already be some distance between us. Great! Then let's head off whenever you're ready.
Next on the agenda...
General Goro, and Captain of Swordfish too. General Captain, are you here to inspect the camp?
Not this time. I just thought I'd come by to catch up while everyone has some downtime.
Certainly, General Goro. Anything you want to discuss, we'll share whatever we know. But we haven't been out of the camp lately, so we don't have a whole lot of interesting stories.
Actually, I've had something on my mind and wanted to ask everyone's thoughts on the matter. You see, after the war, Her Excellency streamlined the army and a lot of people were transferred to other duties. Do you still have much contact with each other?
To be honest, Not much. We're so busy even with just training and patrolling that it's almost impossible to squeeze in the time to meet up. We have holidays, but we usually use them to go home and spend time with our nearest and dearest, and besides, everyone's vacations come at different times, and our schedules rarely overlap.
Yeah, I'm busy when they're free, and they're busy when I'm free. Anyway, even if we did manage to meet up, what then? We all do different jobs now, and we all have new friends who aren't mutually acquainted. I'm not sure what we'd talk about.
So that's really how it goes, huh? I know. It's okay. It just seems a pity. That's all.
You know, having said all that, there's something else that I've always felt about this.
Really?
Yes. I feel that no matter how long we're apart, and no matter what we might go through in the meantime, all of us will be straight back here if Watatsumi Island is ever in danger. Even if we've all changed beyond recognition, we can always trust that we've got each other's backs. And that's one thing that's never gonna change.
We're your troops, General Goro. You trained us, you took us into battle, and led the way as we charged against the enemy. Even if we seldom keep in contact now, we are still brothers in arms. If you say the word, we will all pick up our weapons again at a moment's notice. Long live the resistance!
Yes, that's the way it should be. Long live the resistance! I won't disturb you any further. You guys keep training hard. Regarding everything else, I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Ah, General Goro, you're here. I believe Hiroaki's been hoping to catch you. He's been waiting at the camp for a long time, but never saw you return. Are you planning to head back to camp later?